Here's what I think. This is what I think. Here's what I think. I think you should not get an abortion unless you need one. In which case, you better get one. I mean, seriously. If you need an abortion, you better get one. Don't fuck around. And hurry. That's not getting an abortion that you need is like not taking a shit. That's how bad that is. It's like not taking a shit. That's what I think. I think abortion is exactly like taking a shit. I think it is 100% the exact same thing as taking a shit. Or it isn't. Or it is or it isn't. It's either taking a shit or it's killing a baby. It's only one of those two things. It's no other things. So if you didn't like hearing that it's like taking a shit, you think it's killing a baby. That's the only other one you get to have. Which means you should be holding a sign in front of the place. People hate abortion protesters. They're so shrill and awful. They think babies are being murdered. What are they supposed to be like? I don't know, it's not cool. I don't want to be a dick about it, though. I don't want to ruin their day as they murder several babies all the time. I don't think it's killing a baby. I don't. I mean, it is. It's a little bit killing a baby. It's a little bit. It's 100% killing a baby. It is. It's totally killing a whole baby. But I think that women should be allowed to kill babies. That's what I think. They should be allowed to kill babies. Yeah. Woo! We get to kill babies! Do some shots and kill some babies. I killed like 4 babies last night. It was fucking retarded. I just think it has to be one or the other. You know, like when people say abortion should be legal, safe, and rare. Why rare if it should be legal? If it should be legal, it's shitting. If it should be rare, it's... Number one, I don't think life is that important. It's just not. It is not. People get too excited about life. Oh, life, fuck you. It's not that. It's... Make a list of every shitty thing ever that's in life. Life is okay. I like life. I like it. I don't need it. I'd be fine without it. I like life, though. I do. You know how much I like life? I have never killed myself. That's how much I like it. That's exactly how much I like it, with a razor-thin margin. I like it precisely enough to not kill myself. It's an option, though. It's totally an option. I mean, I'm 49. I have 2 kids. I've flipped through the brochure a few times. I've thought of killing myself just to win an argument. You're not supposed to talk about suicide, even to your shrink. You ever go to a shrink and they're like, have you had thoughts of suicide? And you're like, no, because if I say yes, you'll press a button and folks will run in and hold him down. But you should be able to talk about it. It's the whole, it's what the whole world is just made of people who didn't kill themselves today. That's who's here. Is all of us that went, okay, I'll fucking keep doing it. It's just... Because it's an interesting thing about life. Life can get very difficult, very sad, very upsetting, but you don't have to do it. You really don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything. You never have to do anything because you can kill yourself. If they send you a letter from motor vehicles, you have to come in and, no, I don't. I'll kill myself. You can do that. You can do that once. But you can do it. And it's interesting because even when life gets bad, people generally choose it over nothing. Even the worst versions of life, even a shitty, shitty life is worth living, apparently, because folks are living the fuck out of them. You ever seen somebody, you're like, how did he should kill himself. Why didn't he not? That dude. You ever been driving and you look in the next car and you're like, oh, shit. I wish I hadn't looked in that car. That was difficult to glance at, let alone being it. Just a guy in a tan car. Nobody chooses tan. Nobody picks tan for their car. They give you tan. Is that mine? Yeah, it's yours, fucking loser. Made it tan. They shouldn't even make tan cars. It's mean to make them. You look over, you see a guy in a tan car with just dents all over it and a garbage bag for a window. What is holding up his suicide? What is delaying it? What is keeping him from stopping being that? And what would it take? What would it take? What would it take? Both windows are garbage bags? Is that? Seriously, do you know how much misery is involved in a garbage bag for a window? Do you know how many separate moments of shit misery? They canceled my insurance, broke my window, duct tape. Here's the truth. Running away will not solve your problems. That's totally true. But killing yourself solves all your problems. It actually does. It even solves world problems for you. What about ISIS? Kill yourself. Then they'll never get you. Seriously, if everybody who's afraid of ISIS kills themselves right now, then ISIS loses. Because they live in a world of people that don't give a shit. We're gonna cut his head off. Okay. It's not fun now. I think the worst part of being beheaded the worst thing about being beheaded is that you look really dumb right after. That's the worst part. They go like that, you're like, just that's fucking dopey. I don't think they like beheading bald people because they can't do this thing. That's the best part. They gotta go like this. It's not as cool. So just shave the top of your head and you won't have to worry about it. So that's the first reason. That's the first reason. The second reason is because that's their job. Women have to decide who lives and dies. That's because they're the female of the species. In the reproductive arena, that's what the female does. They are the selectors. They have to decide this. We give them this responsibility when we fuck them. We go, here, you decide what to do with this shit. See you later. And she has to figure out if you should have kids, if she should have, that's her job. Because women have judgment. They have judgment. Men don't have judgment. Men have intent. Men just want to spray the world with their cum, just mist. More of me! More of me! It's her job to go, that's enough of you, I think. No, that's really enough. I don't think that face needs to repeat. I've seen your father, and it's not getting better. And sometimes she doesn't realize this until after you fuck her. That's actually when she really knows, is when you're like, yeah! And she's like, I'm not having this piece of shit's baby. And that's why abortion is the last line of defense against shitty people in the species. So we need them to abort every shitty baby. I mean, all animals do this. Animals do it late. They have the baby, and then they're like, you know what? It's cold. I'm going to eat this one. But when is it okay? When should they be allowed? When it's in their pussy, that whole time. It's in her pussy. If there's a dude in your pussy, you get to kill him. I think that's pretty fundamental. You're allowed to kill people if they're in your house. You ever seen that PSA where they show you a really sad man? He's very upset, very sad man. He's holding a little sign, and it says, yeah, sure. And he says, this is the text that killed my daughter. Because somebody texted, yeah, sure, and ran over his kid, which is awful. Although maybe they were responding to a text that said, can you please kill that kid? And so they just wrote back and did it. I'm not saying that makes it better. I'm just saying we don't have all the information. My kids and I were having breakfast the other day, and we're listening to NPR. We always listen to NPR because we're better than you. And so we're listening to NPR at breakfast the other morning, and there's this one story where they kept using this phrase. They kept saying 9/11 deniers. They kept saying that. 9/11 deniers. And my daughter was like, what is that? And I said, well, it's a group of people that think September 11th was a conspiracy. And she said, oh, I thought they were saying 9/11 deniers. Yeah, she thought they meant 9 people who just ain't buying this 11 bullshit. Just a small fringe group, really. There's only 9 of them. But they still got on NPR, they got on the radio because they're dedicated. They protest every day. They're the 9/11 deniers. They're outside of the White House. It goes 10, 12, 13. And me and my 8 friends know it. We are the 9/11 deniers. We know that 11 is a bullshit number propagated on the people by the man. Why do we have 11? When we have 13 and 14 and 15 and 16, 17, motherfucking 18 and 19, but we do not have a 1 team. What happened to 1 team? The government took 1 team and replace it with some bullshit called 11. We are the 9 that deny that shit. Mr. President, give us back 1 team. I don't mean to offend any Chinese people with the stereotype, but...
That's right, I'm Chinese, motherfuckers. I'm from Beijing. I lived in Shanghai. I'm I'm Chinese than a motherfucker. I'm a chopsticks and whatnot. Ha!
All right. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Stereotypes are harmful. That's the truth. But the voices are funny. And I don't know how to reconcile those two facts. I enjoy doing the voices, but they're offensive, so I do them at home. I used to do them for my kids when they were little. They liked them. They didn't know it was a race thing. They just enjoyed, Daddy, do the friendly man. You want me to be the friendly man, little girl? We love the friendly man. He loves little white girls, too. Let's have some scrambled eggs. And then I grew up and I was like, don't talk about the friendly man. Maybe don't talk to your teachers about them. My kids go to public school in New York City, and all right, send your kids there then. No, it's good. Teach them that's what life is like. The teachers amaze me because I don't know. This is the worst. Here's the worst thing about this country to me is that there's no more noble profession than to be a public school teacher. It's easily. Please don't. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like where it's going. I don't recommend clapping at any things. You'll regret it at the end of the thing. In a democracy, there's no more noble contribution you can make than to teach in a public school. And in this country, the people that do that, they're fucking losers. They're just rock bottom fucking losers. And everybody knows it, but they keep doing it. New people are teaching every day, knowing how shitty it is. They show up, they tell them ahead of time, hi, what is this job? And they say, okay, here's what we need you to do. We need you to make children know math. Wow. Do they want to know math? No, they don't want to know it. You need to make them know it against their will while they're exploding sexually and beating the shit out of each other. Who are these children? Just whatever kids live near the building. How much do I get paid? About $10 every 4 years. What if I get really good at it? What happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. Nobody notices, and you get fired, and you die alone. Okay, I'll try it for 25 years. My daughter's learning about Greek mythology, and she was asking me questions about it. She was like, Daddy, who's Achilles' mother? I said, I don't fucking know. Don't ask me that shit. I don't know who Achilles' mother is. Don't yell it out if you know it, please. It's Camp Amputees. Nobody cares what you know. She had a question about Achilles, and it was an interesting question, and I'll tell it to you. But first, the story of Achilles, real quick. Achilles was a baby, he was a Greek baby, and he didn't stay that way, but when he was a Greek baby, his mother, who was a goddess, took him into the river Styx, which is at Hades, the land of the dead, and she dipped him in the water of the river Styx because there was a magical quality to that water that it would make you impervious of any harm. You couldn't be hurt. It was like a shield, right? So she dipped him in that water to protect him. But she held him by the heel. That's the important detail. Held him by the heel, which is an awkward way to hold a baby. By the heel. Try holding a baby by the heel and dipping it in a river. You will never see that baby again. That's how to get rid of a baby.
I lost the baby in the water. I was trying to wash him and he fell in the river. I'm sorry, Miss Achilles, I lost your baby. You told me to hold him by the heel. He's asleep.
Achilles' mother's a Mexican nanny. It's a lesser-known character in the Iliad. Anyway, his mother, she was able to hold on, of course, because she was a goddess. She was the goddess of grip or whatever, I don't know. And she held on, and then he was protected, except on his heel. His heel was not protected, and so that's what we call your Achilles heel, your one vulnerable place. Everybody's got their Achilles heel. Achilles' Achilles heel was his heel. Like literally. Anyway, so my daughter, here was her question. She said, how come his mother didn't just dip him again? She could have just dipped him one more time with the other leg in there. Did she just like you're right there. Was there like a sign that says one dip per goddess? Did you ever color an Easter egg? It's not that complicated. You dip it, and then you hold it differently and dip it again. Smart kid. I was proud of her. But at the same time, I thought, who the fuck are you to judge this woman? It bothered me. Because here's what the story of Achilles teaches me, is that if you're a parent, it's never enough what you do for these motherfuckers. It's just never enough. It's still gonna be your fault. How much more do you want from a mother? She dipped her kid in magic water and protected 99% of his body. Is any of it up to him? He could have just wore a big shoe and be careful. But he goes out in sandals, fucking flip-flops, and a sword and fights the whole planet. I'm Achilles because my mother dipped me. Finally, somebody got him in the heel, and he's like, Mom! Thanks a lot, Mom! What's wrong, Achilles? My mom didn't dip my heel. She's so stupid. She ruined. It's worth it, though. It really is. It's worth it. It is. I mean, I've always pursued love my whole life. You know, even when I was a kid, I loved girls. I loved them. And it was all, when I was 12, I discovered that girls were the greatest thing. And I would ask them out. That's what I did. I just walked up and asked them out. I had no fear. I'd go up to any girl I liked. Hey, you want to go out with me? And she's like, no! Because you weren't supposed to do that. You weren't supposed to just ask her out. There was a system. My daughters told me it still works this way in middle school. There's a thing where the boy asks his friend to ask her friend to ask her what she would say if he asked her out. How did children just know this Elizabethan parlor thing? 12-year-old boy, please inquire after her maiden friend. Were I to request her presence, what might be her answer? Indeed, my lady would enjoy your company, sir, were you to make your desires known. That is well. May I finger her? You are bold, sir. And finger her you may. And finger her I shall. Anyway, I didn't do any of that myself. I would just ask them out. They always said no. Girls said no to me. Till Rachel. Rachel was the first girl who said yes. I asked her to the dance in 8th grade, and she said yes. Happiest moment of my life. Even to now. I never beat it. Anyway, Rachel said yes, I'll go to the dance with you. So we went to the dance. I was 13. It's my first time with a girl. And about 5 minutes into the dance, she comes up to me and she says, do you mind if I dance with Jeff? I was like, okay. Because what other moves did I have at 13? What else are you going to say? Do you mind if I dance with Jeff? Yeah, I do. I mind very much. What the fuck do you think this is, Rachel? You know what? Get your shit. We're leaving right now. Get your shit. Shut the fuck up, Rachel. I swear to God. I didn't have any of those tools. So I said, okay. And she danced with Jeff and made out with Jeff and left with Jeff. That was it. And I learned, by the way, that guy Jeff, this is a true story. That guy Jeff, he's a woman now. That's what happened. It's true. I was looking up on Facebook people from my past, and he's a woman. And she has a whole blog on Facebook about becoming a woman. I was up all night reading it. I was crying. It was amazing. I was like, this is incredible. And then at the end, there's a picture of her with hair, and she says, I didn't change. I knew what I was all along. I knew I was a girl since I was 6 years old. And I read that, and I thought, why'd you take my fucking date then? You knew, you piece of shit? Fuck you, Jeff. Fuck you and your journey. I don't give a shit now. Hooray for transgender, but fuck you because you're just an asshole who became a cunt. That's what happened. I envy transgender people, though. I do. I know it's a tough road, but I envy them on this level that they figured out what's going on with them and they fixed it. What an amazing gift to know what the fuck is wrong with you. Who else gets to have that? It's just a mushy, I don't fucking have any idea. I would give $1 million to just wake up, oh, I'm an owl. That's what the thing is. I just gotta blink slow and eat a mouse. Because life is very confusing. Even I'm 49 years old and I haven't found a cruising altitude to my identity. I'm still fucking confused. I get new feelings and they upset me. I don't like new feelings. I want to know what I like and get it and just die. That's what I want to do at this point. Like, I have a weird relationship with this movie that's on cable sometimes. It's called Magic Mike. You ever seen this movie? Magic Mike. For those of you watching this on video many years from now, Magic Mike was a movie about male strippers starring Matthew McConaughey and Channing Tatum. And it was a very different country when it was made from whatever you're watching. But anyway, we had a whole other thing going on. This building's not here anymore. But you're watching it on a dusty thing, and it's all rubble. And you're watching this. I don't know why you're watching this out of everything. But when things were real easy, we made movies like Magic Mike. It's just a nice movie about men who strip. And every time I'm flipping around and it comes on, I always stop. And then I play a little game of chicken with this movie. I stop because it's a good movie. It's well made, directed by Steven Soderbergh, good director. And so I get into it, I get into the story, and then they start stripping. And then I start having all these feelings. My face gets a little hot. At first I just get hostile for no reason. I go, fucking hate. But then there's one part of the movie that I like. I have a favorite part of Magic Mike. So I always stick around for that part. It's the part where Matthew McConaughey, he's wearing leather pants, no shirt, and he goes,
The law says you cannot touch, but I think I see a lot of lawbreakers out there.
like it's that. It's like perfect. It's the way he rolls out of him.
I think I see a lot of lawbreakers out there.
I just really like that. I like it. And when the movie comes on, I'm always like, all right, let's get to where he says that. And then he says it, and I'm like, that's fucking good. That's really good. I like it a lot. Here's how much I like it. I don't really do impressions, and I kind of nail that one because I think about it all the time. I'm walking around my house like,
Law says you can't touch. Law says you can't touch.
and I go up to my dog,
But I think I see a lot of lawbreakers right here.
I like that part. And then after he says it, all these strippers come on, Matthew McConaughey, all these strippers, Channing Tatum comes out, fucking. And then I go like, fuck, and then I have to stop. Because I'm starting to get a feeling. I'm just starting to get like a feeling. It's not a boner. It's not a boner. But I can feel my dick starting to turn over a little bit. Just starting to. You know when you can feel your dick kind of unfold? It's like a pool toy that's been blowing up for a while. The wrinkles are starting to come out. It's taking shape. It's like... Just that early. My dick's just waking up. What are you guys doing here? Anyway, I've never watched the whole movie. I've never seen Magic Mike in its entirety because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the end of Magic Mike. I know what the end of Magic Mike is. I'm pretty sure that the end of Magic Mike is that I'm gay. Pretty sure that's how it ends. I don't want to see the ending. I want to stay like this. You know why? Because I'm 49 years old. I don't want to enter the gay community now. This is not the version of me that's going to have an awesome time as the new gay guy. So fuck that. And that's my right, by the way, because that's about me. That is my life. I would never discriminate against another person for being gay. I wouldn't dream of it, but I have every right to oppress and discriminate against my own possible budding homosexuality. That's mine to just violently push down. Like it's a dude I'm trying to make blow me right now. And you know, I haven't become like generally attracted to men. I'm not sexually attracted to men. Just Matthew McConaughey and Channing Tatum. Those two guys? Fuck. Seriously. Matthew with his like leathery skin, he's like, just fucking sexy. And Channing, kind of dumb face, like oh shit! Oh fuck! I like it. That's Palumpa.
She looks at me and I'm like, yes. She's like, what? You don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. Fuck you. I don't know this bitch. I have no idea what she's thinking. I really wish I did. I wish I knew what she was thinking. It's my biggest wish maybe in life is that I knew, because I know she has thoughts. I know she does. There's no way she's just like, dog. There's stuff going on in here. I've seen it. You ever watch your dog make a decision? You ever watch your dog just walk in the room and then look around like... Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Why? Please tell me why. I think my dog thinks I'm insane. Because I look at my life through her eyes. Like, I'll watch TV for 4 hours. And from my dog's point of view, I'm just sitting there. What the fuck is he laughing? What happened? My dog is my life now because my kids are growing up. My kids are in college and they're all, you know, I'm an empty nester. That's what you call it when your kids are gone, because they grew up, not if they're dead. It's not used that way. My daughter died of leukemia. Hey, you're an empty nester. I miss it. I miss having little kids. I think about it all the time. I think about it maybe adopting, you know? I could adopt a baby from a third world country. That's a good thing to do, because you can just leave them outside. You don't have to... You know, it's interesting. We've been adopting babies from other countries in America for a long time. You know, other countries do it too, but I live here, so I'll talk about that. But it's an interesting thing. It's not a biological imperative to go get a baby from thousands of miles away, but we've been doing that in large numbers here for a long time. And not always for the same reasons. There's been different reasons why we've done it. In the early, like in the 70s when I grew up, sometimes you meet a couple who had an African baby that they brought because they're those kind of, you know, these kinds of people, you know. The kind of couples that hold hands when they announce things. You know those kind of people? They gather their friends and they're like, we've decided. You know those? They have a farm table with a clay pot of honey on it. And their apple juice is cloudy. You know what I'm talking about? Those are the kind of people that make a trip to Zimbabwe and get a baby and name him Kevin and send him to Boston College, whatever. That was like the 70s and 80s. Then in the 90s, it became very popular with gay couples started to adopt babies from China because they want to have a baby, but they can't. They both have dicks. I don't know if you know that. Did you know that? Gay couples have 2 dicks, so they can't make a baby. You can try. You can just really fucking. You could try to come into one dick with the other, like. If you line up the dick holes, and you can come and the sperm goes up this dick and down that one. And then the sperm gets to the balls and they're like, wait, what the fuck? Did we turn around? Because we're in the balls again. Whose balls are these? These aren't even his balls. Oh, he's gay. Fuck. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's just swim around till we're dead. It's just the way it is. You're not gonna. A baby will never come out of a penis. It's good. It's a good thing. Because it's hard for women. Imagine pushing a whole baby out of your penis dick hole. Even just a hand. Yeah. Anyway, so that's why gay couples adopt. That's why. And often from China, because they make a lot of stuff there. So So that was that. That was the gay couples were adopting Chinese babies because they couldn't have babies, and then a lot of other couples started doing it more around the turn of the century. I used to live in Hollywood, which is a pretty awful place, and everybody there gets Chinese babies. It's very popular. They go and it's not because they can't have babies, and it's not because they're trying to help somebody from far away. It's because they're just busy. They're busy. They want to have a baby, but they don't want to have a baby. You know what I mean? That thing where you can't have your baby and eat it too, or whatever. I don't know how that works. They don't want to get pregnant, is the point. So they go to China. They don't even go to China. They go to the airport, and somebody from China meets them, gives them a baby. It's true. They just take it home, and then they get a Jamaican nanny to watch their Chinese baby. And they go to cocktail parties. We have a Chinese baby. It's amazing. And meanwhile, the Chinese baby and the Jamaican nanny are just alone looking at each other like, what are we doing? What is it? What is this? Why can't either of us see our families? Why? What the fuck is the point of this? So yeah, I got a dog, my kids are, and I just sit around and watch YouTube a lot. That's my favorite pastime. I was watching YouTube today. I was watching one of the ads that comes on before the video. I don't skip those. I think that's rude. It is. It's mean. Somebody worked hard on that ad. They trained a cheetah to run alongside a Jeep Cherokee. And you're at home like, 3, 2, 1, fuck off. It's fucking mean. What if you made something, dick? Anyway, the ad was a PSA. It was an anti-smoking message. It was a Puerto Rican man with a hole in his throat. He was like,
my father smoked. And my mother smoked. I wish I never smoked in my life. Please don't smoke cigarettes. Cigarettes are very, very bad for you.
First thought I had was, why does he still have an accent? It's coming out. Feels like if you bypass the mouth, you shouldn't have an accent anymore. Does the machine have a setting for Puerto Rican? Is that just how air sounds coming out of this guy? Does he fart with an accent?
Señor, I'm farting.
Anyway, after the ad, I watched the video that I was looking for, which was a scene from a movie. And it's a scene that I really hate. Every time I see it, it makes me angry, which is why I was looking for it on YouTube. And it's a movie I like. I actually like the movie. It's called Good Will Hunting. Remember Good Will Hunting? Of course, right? Matt Damon. Great performance. He plays a very complicated young man wearing a tight t-shirt for a whole movie. And here's the thing. Here's my issue with Good Will Hunting. Matt Damon also wrote the movie, okay? So he basically sat down and he's like, first of all, I am amazing. I'm a construction worker. I'm like working class. And I drink beer and I get in fights. I get in so many fights. My friends are like, you're out of control, man. And I'm like, shut up. This is the way I am. But then also, I'm a genius. Ooh. I didn't even go to school. I just know things. I don't know why. I just know them. And all the nerdy geniuses that studied for years are like, he's so much smarter than us. It's making us upset. It's insane. It's fucking insane. It only makes sense if he wrote it for himself to be the guy. So the scene I was looking for, it's the worst example of that in the movie. Here's what happens. He goes to a bar and he meets a woman and he likes her. And another guy likes her too. But she picks Matt Damon. Because he wrote the fucking movie, because he decided, you understand? She doesn't like him, she likes me, you better believe it. So he gets her phone number, and then he goes outside, and he sees the other guy in the window of a restaurant, and he decides to taunt him. So he goes over, he tells his friends, hey, come here, watch this. And he says to the guy, hey, do you like apples? And the guy says, yes. And Matt Damon goes, well, I got a number. How do you like them apples? And all Matt Damon's friends go, oh! Oh! This was amazing! Oh! Oh my God! Oh my God! You were ready with that! How? You know how he did it? He wrote the whole fucking movie, okay? He made everybody say all the things. Otherwise, this doesn't happen. I mean, he hinges the whole fucking prank on the guy liking apples. The guy must like apples. Who would say yes to do you like apples coming from a clear antagonist? Who's setting him up, gathered his friends. Do you like, wait guys, watch this. Do you like apples? God damn it, I do. I wish I didn't. 'Cause I can tell this is not gonna go my way. But I can't lie. He'll know it. He'll know it because boy, do I like apples. Do you understand? If he says no, Matt Damon is fucked. He's fucked in the face for life. He's got nothing. Do you like apples? No. What the dude. Fucking guy. No, come on, seriously. Seriously, you fucking don't fucking. Do you like bananas? Because the woman gave me her telephone number and isn't that bananas? I saw a guy peeling a banana the other day. That's another banana juice because did you hear the other one ended with banana? Banana. I got 3 banana jokes, by the way. This is number 2. Okay. I saw a guy peeling a banana on 6th Avenue, and it bothered me. And I'll tell you why. Because it's the way he peeled. When I peel a banana, I hold it around here. I peel down to my hand, right? This guy holds the banana at the bottom. And he just peels the whole thing all the way down. It felt like a guy at a urinal pulling his pants all the way to his ankles. I was like, dude, TMI with that banana right now. What are you, making a smoothie on 6th Avenue? What are you doing? The banana was like, hey. You don't even know how much you're gonna eat. I have a bruise right here. Kind of got lost in the banana shame there. You want to hear the other banana one now? Yeah. All right. Okay. So, I was at the grocery store, and I needed bananas. So, I go over to where the bananas are, and there's a black woman at the bananas. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay, I swear. I understand. White people are very scared of discussing bananas and black people in the same conversation. I understand. If I have a black friend over, I would never offer him a banana. I don't know why, I just wouldn't do it. Hey, you want a banana? Why the fuck you asking me? Hey, man, I'm sorry. Have an apple. I'm really sorry. These are just the facts of the case, all right? And I grew up in the 70s, and it wasn't bad back then. And most bad words were always bad. You know, cunt never had a day in the sun. There was never a time where the Santa Claus at the mall was like, come here, you little cunt. Tell me what you want for Christmas. And then in the 90s, we're like, let's lay off a cunt a little bit there, gang. No, we used the word retarded in the 70s. We used it to identify people who were retarded. It wasn't controversial. It wasn't like, he's retarded. It was like, he is retarded. This fellow right here is retarded, right? I told you, yes, you're still retarded. He is retarded, everyone. And I grew up in Boston. We didn't say retarded in Boston. We said retarded.
He's retarded. God bless him, he's fucking retarded.
That's the way we used it. With love. Help the retarded. That's what people said in the 70s. Help the retarded. There was a lady outside the supermarket near my house every Christmas with a bell. She was like,
Help the retarded. Help the fucking retarded.
you gonna tell me she was a bad person? She was helping the retarded. And I feel like we had more of them around back then. I haven't seen one in years. In the 70s, there was a retarded guy in a windbreaker on every street corner. We were using the word, and they were more in our lives. I swear to God, they were more. They were in our culture. There was TV movies about retarded people all the time. Tonight on ABC, a retarded boy's dream. There was one, I remember, with Sean Cassidy. I don't know if you remember Sean Cassidy. Some of you are too young. But Sean Cassidy, he began his career as a teen pop idol. He was a 13-year-old boy with a very hit song called Da Do Run Run. And he had feathered blonde hair and juicy lips. And he's on the cover of Teen Beat magazine. And everybody liked Sean Cassidy because he was sexy. He's a sexy boy. I thought he was sexy. I thought he was really sexy. I was 6 years old. But I already had inappropriate sex feelings for teenage boys when I was 6. I was an old soul. I was a pedophile when I was 6. I used to go up to teenage boys when I was 6, like, hey, how's it going? That kid's weird. He's got a boner. Anyway. Not anymore. I outgrew it. But, no. I'm not sexually attracted to teenage boys. I'm not. But I don't not get it. I mean, I get it. I'm not like, what? Like, you can see it. Like, I was in an airport once, and I'm walking along where people walk in the airport, and there's these chairs facing the aisle, and there's this family sitting there, a mom and a dad and 2 teenage boys, and they're like just both sitting with their phones with their legs. They're wearing like these shorts. One had cut-off shorts, and one had basketball shorts. And they both just had their legs open because they don't give a fuck. Both legs just splayed, and then just smooth, you know, just very and I saw it. It didn't do anything to me. But I kind of wanted to stop and go, hey, fellas, let's close that shit up, huh? You're not getting me, but I know you're causing a problem for somebody in this airport. Let's close it up. I did not say that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Anyway, let's return to the comfortable subject of retarded people, shall we? So Sean Cassidy. Sean Cassidy was a teen singer who then grew up. He was about 18. Now he was, old and gross. Nobody wanted to fuck him. So he started to act. And he had a movie on TV called Normal People, where he played a retarded man who wants to live a normal life. It was very inspiring, actually. And at one point, he didn't do like a big retarded character. He wore thick glasses. He talked like Elmer Fudd. That was the whole thing. So he goes up to the guy who runs the group home he lives in, and he says, I want to get a job. And the guys who runs it is like, Republican conservative. So he's like, you can't get a job, you're retarded, And, but then there's a liberal lady who works there, and she says, of course he can get a job. He's as good as anyone. So they let him get a job as an air traffic controller, whatever was available. And then he meets a woman who's also retarded who lives at the group home. He falls in love with her. It's a very nice love story. And he says, we want to get married. And the guy says, she said, but they're in love. So they get married. And then one day he says, we want to have a baby. And the liberal lady says, no fucking way. And they just shut them down right there. And that's the end of the movie. I swear to God, that's just how it ends. And the point of the movie is just, hey, there's a limit. Like, that's, I guess, what the point of it was. And that's pretty intense. But hey, retarded people were on television. We were talking about it. We were dealing with it. And they said the word retarded about 50,000 times in the movie. Now we don't say the word, and I don't see them anywhere. I guess that's my problem with it. And also, the word is not basically a bad word. It's a medical term. But it became a bad word because it's used as an insult, really. Not towards retarded people. Nobody does that. Nobody calls retarded people retarded to insult them. What would be the point of that? It would be like going up to a chair and saying, you're a fucking chair. Like, what are you doing? No. People use it on their friends. Like, you're at a bar, your friend's like, I don't have any more money for beer. And you're like, you're fucking retarded. Do you know that? And in that moment, no one retarded is insulted. They're not. Do you know why? Because they're not there. Because we don't include them in our lives. They're not at the bar. How many of you have a retarded drinking buddy that you hang out with? No, you take them to the zoo when they're little and then fuck them. This is what I find confusing about this thing, is that we told many generations of people that they were retarded. We told them that that's what they are, and they lived with it, and they dealt with it. And then we just decided it's a bad word. So did we tell them this? Did we go back to them and explain this to them? Listen, Nelson, I have something to tell you. You're not retarded anymore. You mean I'm cured? No. No. No, we're not even working on it. Anyway, I've been traveling. I went to France last year because I thought I should leave the nation. Felt like a good idea. Would have left the planet if they had another one of those, but I went to France. I had a great time. I fell in love. I met a woman. I fell in love in France, and we've been together since then. It's been nice. Yeah, okay. It's nice having a girlfriend from another country because you learn a lot about that country. I learned a lot about France from being with her. I never knew these things about, like, one time she was sick, and I was taking care of her, so I gave her, she had a fever. I gave her a thermometer, and she put it in her asshole. Never seen that before. It turns out the whole country, all of France, puts thermometers in their assholes. And they don't put their eggs in the fridge. They have no respect for temperature in either direction. I was like, why are you putting it in your asshole? She said, you don't do this? You don't put here in America?
I said, no, we don't put a glass thermometer filled with mercury in our anuses. You fucking savage. Well, we do it to babies and dogs because they can't talk. Every American baby's first words is, get that fucking thing out of my asshole. You ever take your dog's temperature? You have to hold your dog's ass still, and then you slip it in there, and your dog looks at you like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? And you're like, I could never explain it to you. But I need to hold it here for 60 seconds. Dogs are so dumb, it's fucking tragic. It's sad how dumb they are. They're in our lives and they know nothing about what's happening. You ever been having like a dramatic moment in your family, like you're in the living room telling the kids that grandma died and everybody's crying and the dog's sitting there like... I know you. They're so stupid. Incredibly stupid animals. They don't even know their own lives. They can't even handle their own lives mentally. You ever throw a ball for your dog and your dog gets the ball and brings it, and then you throw the ball again, the dog brings it, and then one of the times you throw the ball, the dog looks at you like, I didn't see what happened. I'm sorry, I don't know anything now. Please help. So you point at the ball. There it is. It's right there. It's right there. And the dog just looks at your finger. Because there's just no way he's going to get this concept that there's an invisible line that he can follow with his imagination. I have a great dog. I got a dog last year. She's a great dog. I did not adopt her, I'll be honest with you. I bought her with money. That's the truth. People always ask me when I walk my dog in New York, that's a beautiful dog, is she a rescue? I'm like, no, she's very expensive, please don't touch her. I did rescue a dog last year, and it bit everyone in my life. So I unrescued it, and I bought a dog that works. In New York, everybody rescues their dogs like this. I rescued this dog. I rescued her. She has no eyes. And she's dead. I hate New York, I really do. I used to love New York, but I hate it now. I'd rather be in Auschwitz than New York City, honestly. I would. I mean Auschwitz now. I mean today Auschwitz. Not back when it was open. I mean now. It's nice now. There's a gift shop. People go there on purpose. They buy tickets. I think that's weird. That people buy tickets to Auschwitz. That's weird. If you could have told those people back then, people are going to buy tickets to come here. Yeah, wrap your head around that. Jew. That's... All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, never again, I promise. That's what we say about the Holocaust, never again, because they killed 6 million Jews. If they only killed like 10,000, would it be like, okay, 2 more times? And then taper off, because it's a little much. I'll tell you, I went to Auschwitz. This is a true story. I actually did go to Auschwitz because I was doing shows in Poland, because I had to go to Poland to do shows. So I was in Krakow. I was in Krakow, so I went to the camp. And I went there because of a very personal reason, because I had family there. I had a lot of family there. 44 members of my family were in Auschwitz during World War II. I mean, they were guards. They worked there. No. They were Jews and they died. It's okay. Don't be offended. It's true. We lost the whole family there. Everybody, because we were Hungarian Jews. My grandfather, on my father's side, he's the only one who made it. The rest of them, all 44 of them, went to Auschwitz, which I think they really regretted. But that's
That's what happened because the Hungarians sent all their Jews to. They weren't even occupied Hungary. They're just like, yeah, take our Jews. And they sent my whole family there, and they all died in Auschwitz, all, except for him. My grandfather's the only one who made it because he got the fuck out of there before it started. In the late 20s, he fucking smelled that shit, and he got the fuck out. And he went to Mexico. He migrated to Mexico. And we found his immigration card. My uncle and I did the family history, and we found it. It says nationality, Hungarian, and it says religion, Catholic. And there's a picture of him like... He's like, fuck it. They don't know what a Jew looks like in Mexico. That's where I'm going. And that's why I'm alive, because he made that choice. It's also why I'm not Jewish. He was like, Jew schmoo, we're not fucking Jewish. Somos católicas. That was my abuelito. Became a fucking Mexican fast. That's what happened. That's how he made it. He's a fascinating guy, my grandfather. His name was Geza. That was his name. And he had a brother named Geza. It's weird, but I looked it up, and here's what happened. His parents had a baby, and they named it Geza, and it died. The baby died. So they had another one, and they just said, fuck it, Geza, let's just do it again. Because that's what it was like. The babies died. It was no big deal back then. It was just like, yeah, that was a shitty baby. Let's do another one. Why'd your baby die? Because it sucked. Why does any baby die? At least we found out quick. Fuck it, this one's good. That's what it was like forever until recently. The human race was all the good babies, and the shitty ones, that's just the way it worked. It's not like that now. Now we save every baby. The shittier the baby, the bigger the effort. Because we love it. We love saving the shitty babies. There's always a documentary. Look at this baby. He's a fucking mess. Do you see that shit? We're gonna save it. Make it live. And the baby's like, please don't. But we don't like when babies die. We get more upset when a baby dies. Why? Who knows this baby? Did you hear about Jeff? No, he was here for one day. Nobody met him. And then if you die when you're old, nobody gives a shit. They're like, he was here long enough. Fuck him. You ever tell somebody, like, your grandmother died? My grandmother died. You're like, I'm so sorry. How old was she? She was 98. Oh. So why'd you even tell me? I'm 52, and I like my 50s. I like this part of my life. It's my favorite so far. I'll tell you why, because I can still move around pretty good, and I don't have long to live. I view that as a positive, because life is a lot of pressure. The more life you had ahead of you, the more problems you have. Like if you're 20, you might have 70 years to try not to be homeless or alone during. But I got maybe 24 years left. I can handle that. Like that's an amount of time. I'm like, yeah, I can fucking do that. I can cover 24 years. And it gets easier every year less that I have. Like I bought a winter coat the other day. I was like, this is my last coat. I don't need a bunch of these. It gets easier. I used to think I need to find a woman who will be with me forever. I need a string of girlfriends at this point. Just a few more I need 3 women in their 40s to get me through my 50s. And 2 in their 50s to get me through my 60s. And then when I'm 75, 21 years old. That's when I'm doing that. 21, she gets the rest of my money. Just blow me to my grave and keep the change. That's the offer on the table for anybody who's 21 when I'm 75. She hasn't been born yet, but we'll see what the new crop brings. My French girlfriend, she's 42, which is perfect. She's pornographically hot, but she's willing to fuck this mess. Because you have to be over 40 to have the compassion and the sense of humor to fuck around. She likes to be on top, which I think is because that's the best that I ever look, is laying on my back. Because all the skin lays where it belongs. Like it just drapes nicely. I look about 49 and a half when I'm on my back. And if I get on top of her, it comes off, it comes away from the bone like barbecued pork. And this shit, when you hang this, it's all red and bumpy. It's like the roof of a